Okay, part two of algebra. This time we're really going to focus on rearranging. And don't worry, I'm going to give you a very quick introduction here, but you're going to get a lot of practice of this through the worksheet and actually throughout the rest of the course. So sometimes I think why we might want to rearrange something. So that if we have the formula for a circle, say, the area equals pi r squared, perhaps we know the area and we want to work out what the radius is. So we want to rearrange this to get it into a format of radius equals rather than area equals. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second, but let's just think about what the basic rules of algebra rearranging are. Is that we have to do the same thing to both sides of an equation. So let's imagine we've got x equals x. I think we can agree that that would be correct, right? So if we multiply this side of the equation by 2, we have to multiply this side of the equation by 2. So 2x equals 2x. Trivial, right? If we want to divide this side by y, then we have to divide that side by y. Okay, and if we want to square this side, then we have to also square that side. Okay, so just do the same to both sides. That is our number one rule. Okay, let's come back to this example here with the area. So we've got, let's write it out again. A equals pi r squared. Now we want to start getting the r by itself. So let's think the first things that we can do is we want to get rid of this pi. Okay, so this is now pi times r squared on this side. If we divide this side by pi, then we get rid of the pi. It cancels out. It becomes 1. So let's divide both sides by pi, because remember, we have to do things to the same. We have to do the same to both sides. So there, our pi's cancel out, and now we're left with a over pi equals r squared. Okay, we're getting there now, but we don't want r squared. We want r. So one of the things we can do is take the square root of r squared, and that will give us r. But if we take the square root of this side, then we have to take the square root of that side. So square root of that side, square root of that side, and this leads us then to the square root of a over pi equals r. The square root of r squared is r. Okay, just as a quick aside, we can think about why that might work. So the square root of r, remember, we can write that as r to the power a half. So if we wanted if we squared that, that would be the same as r to the power half times 2, which is the same as r to the power 1. So the square root of something squared is the same as that something. So the square root and the squared cancel each other out. Okay, let's just I can give you one more example of a generic rearrangement, something in a format which you'll get, which I think sometimes confuses people. So we have something like this: 1 over x plus a equals y, and we want to write this in a way x equals. Now, I think sometimes a lot of people get confused about this fraction here and this a being by itself. This is definitely not the same, so it does not equal 1 plus a over x. That is wrong. Okay, this is not that. So let's think about how we would approach this. So we've got 1 over x plus a equals y. We want to get the x by itself. So one of the first things we can do is get rid of this plus a on this side. So we would do that by taking a away. But if we take a away this side, we have to take a away that side. So 1 plus x plus a minus a equals y minus a. So the plus a minus a cancel out. Now we're left with 1 over x equals y minus a. Okay, now we're nearly there, but we've got 1 over x equals y minus a. So one of the way we want to get x above, we want to get x on the numerator. And one way we could do that is multiply both sides by x, and that will get x up at the top. So if we say this is x times 1 over x equals x times y minus a, x times 1 over x is the same as saying x divided by x equals x, y minus a. So this cancels out and we're just left with 1. Okay, so 1 equals x times y minus a. Now we just need to get rid of this y minus a on this side, so we've got x by itself. And the way we would do that is divide by y minus a. All right, that is now basically done. So the y minus a's cancel out here, and we're left with 1 over y minus a. I'm going to put that in brackets to make it clearer, equals x. All right, good luck with the worksheet, and we'll talk more.